The stars once welcomed humans. For many years, Earth had joined the Great Galactic Union. Humans explored new planets, traded with alien species, and built cities on distant worlds. They believed they were now part of something bigger, something peaceful. But not everyone agreed. Far away, inside a hidden chamber made of black crystal, the High Council of Galactic Races met in secret. They sat in silence, their faces cold, their thoughts dark. These were the leaders of ancient alien civilizations, the tall, wise Yulari, the strong and proud Bravery, the mysterious Synth, and more. A silver-skinned elder stood and spoke. "Humans are a threat," he said. "They are too violent, too emotional, too unpredictable. They fight among themselves. They cannot be trusted with the power we share." One by one, the others nodded. "They grow too fast. They change too quickly. They will bring war to the stars." The decision was made. On Earth, the skies darkened. A single message arrived from the Galactic Union. It was short, cold, final. "You are no longer welcome in the stars." Shock spread across the world. The leaders of Earth tried to respond, but no reply came. Communication channels were cut. Space stations were taken over by alien forces. Human colonies on other planets were shut down. Some were destroyed. Others simply disappeared. Human cargo ships were blocked. Science stations were boarded. Soldiers were killed. It was exile. Panic began. Millions of humans living on alien worlds had to escape. The largest human fleet, called the Horizon Armada, was stationed near the outer rim of the galaxy. They gathered as many people as they could and tried to leave. But alien warships chased them. Fighters attacked from all directions. Many ships were lost. Entire families vanished in deep space. Only a small part of the fleet escaped. Their fuel was low. Food supplies were limited. Communication systems were damaged. They had no map, no home. They vanished into the dark side of the galaxy. Years passed. The galaxy forgot about humans. Alien races went back to their peaceful ways. They told their children that humans were dangerous, that removing them was necessary, that it was for the greater good. But then, strange whispers began. A merchant ship, traveling near the dead zone of the galaxy, was found floating in space. Its crew was missing. Inside the ship, strange symbols were carved into the walls, symbols no alien could understand. A mining station sent a distress signal before disappearing. The last words recorded were, "They came in silence." Machines of metal and fire. Humans. Other races started to talk. Stories spread in secret. Some said a new force was rising, a force wearing human symbols, but stronger, faster, more organized. They didn't just survive. They evolved. The Galactic Union tried to ignore the stories. "This is impossible," the Yulari said. "They were broken. We watched them fall." But more signs appeared. A Bravery patrol ship went missing near Sector Xeros. A cargo route through the dead zone was suddenly blocked. Surveillance satellites caught glimpses of dark, fast-moving ships that didn't match any known design. All bore one mark, a silver flag with 3 red stars, the old Earth symbol. Far from the core of the galaxy, on a lonely planet surrounded by dying suns, a new human world was growing. The survivors of the Horizon Armada had landed there. At first, they barely stayed alive. The planet was harsh, the ground cracked and cold. But humans were used to struggle. They built shelters from broken ship parts. They mined fuel from the planet's deep caves. They learned to live again. Then they found something strange. Deep beneath the surface, an ancient machine left by an unknown alien race. It was sleeping, until the humans turned it on. The story of humanity was far from over. The galaxy thought it had cast them aside, that humans would vanish like dust in the wind. But they forgot one truth. Humans don't give up. They adapt. They endure. And now, they were coming back. not as victims, but as conquerors. The stars above were silent. The human fleet, once proud, now broken, drifted through the dark side of the galaxy. These were the survivors of exile. No help, no allies, only cold space. Their leader, Captain Elias Ward, stood at the main deck of the command ship, the Valiant. His eyes watched the stars, but his mind saw the faces of people they had lost. Commander Zara Lynn, his second in command, entered the room. "We're running low on fuel," she said, "and food. We need to land soon." Elias nodded. "Then we find a planet. Any planet." The fleet scanned nearby systems. Most were dead, no life, no light, only rocks and ice. But then they found one. A small gray planet named Ceros 9. It was not on any Galactic Union map. There was oxygen, water under the ice, a strange energy signal coming from deep underground. They had no choice. The fleet landed. Ceros 9 was not a welcoming world. The sky was always cloudy. The ground was cracked. Cold winds howled day and night. But the humans worked together. They built shelters from ship metal, set up solar panels, melted ice to make water. Old engineers fixed farming units. Children helped carry supplies. Everyone had a job. Everyone mattered. They had lost everything, but not hope. Among them was a young engineer named Ravi Chen. He was quiet, smart, and always curious. He studied the strange energy signal the scanners picked up. Every night, he went into the caves with a small team, searching for its source. One day, deep inside a glowing cavern, Ravi found a door made of smooth black stone. It was ancient, not human, and covered with alien symbols. When he touched it, the symbols lit up. Back at camp, alarms went off. Strange lights appeared in the sky. For a moment, people panicked, but then everything stopped. Ravi returned and said just one thing. "I think I turned something on." The door led to a massive underground chamber. Inside were machines, still working after thousands of years. Some floated in the air, others moved on their own, scanning humans with blue lights. They had discovered a lost alien facility, maybe even a military lab. No one knew who built it, but the technology inside was powerful, far beyond anything humans had ever seen. Captain Elias called a meeting. "This may be our only chance," he said. "If we can understand this tech, we can survive, maybe even fight back." So the work began. Engineers like Ravi studied the alien blueprints. They built weapons, shields, and power systems. Old cargo ships were turned into stealth warships. Human pilots trained using alien simulators. The most important creation was called the Iron Walker, a massive metal machine. Part tank, part robot. Strong, fast, deadly. Soon, humans had an army again. But this time, it was different. This time, they were using alien power. Commander Zara began training civilians, men, women, even teenagers, to become soldiers, not for revenge, but for survival. Ravi created a new AI system to control the defense network of the planet. He named it Athena, after an ancient earth goddess of war and wisdom. Ceros 9 was no longer just a shelter. It was becoming a fortress. Months passed. Then, one day, a sensor alarm screamed. An unknown ship had entered the system. Small, fast. An alien scout ship. It belonged to the Dravery, one of the very races that helped exile humans. The Council had found them. The humans had two choices: run and hide, or fight back. Captain Elias chose to fight. Zara led a team of 5 Iron Walkers across the icy fields. Ravi guided them through drones, hidden turrets aimed at the sky. When the alien ship entered orbit, it sent a message. "You are in violation of galactic law. Surrender." Elias answered with silence. The next moment, human defense guns fired. The alien ship tried to escape, but human tech had changed. In seconds, it was shot down and crashed into the mountains. Humans had won their first battle. That night, the camp held a quiet celebration. No music, no cheers, just silent pride. They had fought the galaxy and won. But Elias stood alone, looking at the stars. "They will come again," he whispered. "And next time, it won't be just one ship." Zora joined him. "Then we'll be ready." He looked at her and said, "This is no longer exile. This is the beginning." The smoke from the crashed alien ship still rose into the sky. Its broken pieces were scattered across the snowy mountains of HFY. The humans had won, but this victory was just the beginning. Captain Elias stood in the main command center, staring at a hologram of the wreckage. "They'll know we're here now," he said. Commander Zara nodded. "Then let's show them what we've become." Since the discovery of the alien facility, human engineers worked day and night. Ravi and his team had unlocked more secrets from the ancient systems. They now had access to weapon designs, energy shields, and battle frame armor. But one machine changed everything. It was called the Iron Walker. The Iron Walker stood nearly 20 feet tall, a walking machine made of dark alloy, powered by alien cores, and controlled by a human pilot inside. It could fire plasma rounds, crush tanks, and move like a living creature. Zara watched the first field test. The walker moved across the icy ground with perfect balance. It locked onto a moving target and fired 3 bursts, each one deadly. The dummy targets exploded like paper. The soldiers watching cheered, but Zara only smiled slightly. "We'll need hundreds," she said. Captain Elias gave the order. The human fleet's damaged cargo ships were turned into mobile factories. Workers built Iron Walkers day and night. Mechanics repaired old fighters and added alien shields to them. A name began to spread among the people: the Iron Legion. It wasn't just a defense force. It was a symbol of hope. Commander Zara started training new pilots, people from all walks of life: farmers, teachers, mechanics, anyone who could learn. She stood in front of a group of trainees. "Your mission is not just to survive," she said. "You are the shield of humanity. And if needed, you will be the sword." Meanwhile, Ravi had discovered something strange deep inside the alien system, a second layer of code, hidden behind encryption. It showed other human signals, possibly survivors, scattered across distant parts of the galaxy. Some signals were weak, others stronger. Elias looked at the map. There may be others like us, hiding, waiting. He made a decision. The Iron Republic of Humanity was formed, a name chosen not by governments, but by the people. They created a new flag, black and silver, with 3 red stars, one for Earth, one for the fleet, and one for the future. Then it happened. A small alien convoy entered the edge of their system. 3 ships, unmarked, moving slowly. Elias sent out a warning. "Leave now. This space belongs to humanity." The aliens replied with laughter. "You have no right. This galaxy belongs to the Union." The humans answered with silence. Zara led a team of Iron Walkers. Ravi controlled long-range defense systems. The alien ships were targeted before they even fired. It was over in minutes. This time, the message was clear. Humans were no longer running. They were ready. The galaxy began to notice. On trade routes, rumors spread. "Have you heard? The humans have machines." They shot down a bravery ship in seconds. They're building an army in the dark. The Council of Galactic Races held an emergency meeting. "We should destroy them now," the Zinth ambassador said. But the bravery leader shook his head. "We tried once. We failed. And now, they are stronger." Back on HFY, more signals appeared on Ravi's scanner. "Captain," he said, "there's a colony, far away. Human. They're under attack." Elias didn't wait. He gathered the fleet. Zara prepared the walkers. The Iron Legion launched its first mission beyond Xeros 9. They arrived just in time. A small human colony was being burned by pirate raiders, aliens who preyed on the weak. But this time, humanity wasn't weak. Iron walkers landed like thunder. Soldiers marched in perfect lines. Lasers and missiles rained from the sky. The pirates were destroyed. After the battle, the colonists cried with joy. "You came back for us," one woman said. "We thought Earth forgot us." Elias looked at the rising sun and replied, "Earth is gone, but humanity lives on." The Iron Legion returned to Xeros 9, stronger than before. They had saved lives. They had sent a message, and more signals were lighting up the galaxy map. More survivors, more colonies. Humanity was not finished. It was rising. The stars were no longer quiet. The name humanity had returned, spoken in fear, in whispers, in warnings. Across space stations, marketplaces, and military posts, people asked the same question. How did they survive? No one had the answer, but the signs were clear. Alien patrols went missing near the dark sectors. Smugglers spoke of metal giants with human pilots. Survivors of pirate attacks claimed they were saved by warriors wearing Earth's symbol, 3 red stars on a black flag. The galaxy had cast them out. Now, humanity had returned. Inside the High Council Hall on the planet Velkar Prime, the leaders of the Galactic Union met again. The Zinth ambassador, cold and insect-like, raised his voice. "They shot down 2 of our scout ships." The Ulari elder replied calmly, "We warned them once. We can warn them again." But the Dravari general slammed his fist on the table. "Warn them. They are building an army. They have technology we don't understand. And they just rescued a lost colony right under our noses." The silence that followed was heavy. Finally, the council president, a pale being with glowing eyes, spoke. "Then we must prepare for war." Back on Xeros 9, Captain Elias Ward watched a holographic galaxy map. More human colonies had been found, abandoned, weak, under attack. The Iron Legion had rescued 3 in just 1 month. Every rescue added more people to their cause. Engineers, scientists, pilots, fighters. The Republic of Humanity was growing. Ravi stood in the center of the control hub, eyes fixed on the alien system. "I cracked a new part of the old code," he said. "It shows something strange." Zora looked over his shoulder. "What is it?" He zoomed in. "A hidden facility. Not ours. Alien, but old. Very old. It's inside Union space." Captain Elias stepped forward. "Is it a threat?" Rady hesitated. "I don't know, but it's waking up." Elias made a bold decision. "We're not hiding anymore," he said. "We're going to see what the galaxy tried to forget." He gathered a strike team. Iron walkers, elite soldiers, scouts, and drones. A stealth ship called Shadowblade was prepared for the mission. Their goal: infiltrate deep into Union territory, reach the hidden structure, and uncover its secret. The journey was dangerous. They passed asteroid fields, pirate zones, and abandoned stations. Alien patrol ships scanned the area. But Shadowblade was too fast, too silent. Finally, they reached the Forgotten Moon. Eric 7. Cold, dark, silent. The team landed near a mountain range where the signal came from. At the center of a deep crater, they found it. A giant black monolith, buried in ice, glowing with blue veins of energy. No entrance, no movement, only power. Ravi stepped forward. His scanner blinked wildly. "This thing, it's not just old. It's alive." Zora raised her weapon. "Is it watching us?" They planted sensors and sent data back to Xeros 9. But then, something changed. The monolith began to hum. A bright pulse of energy spread out like a wave. The team panicked. Elias shouted, "Back to the ship, now." They escaped just before a massive surge of light exploded from the crater, visible from orbit. The Union noticed. Back on Velkar Prime, the Council received the signal. The Zinth ambassador's eyes widened. That was the Vault of Silence. It hasn't activated in 10,000 years. The Dravari general growled. The humans found it. We warned them. But the Yulari elder said something that chilled the room. If they have awakened the vault, then the ancient war may begin again. Meanwhile, Elias and his team returned to Xeros 9. Ravi was silent. He stared at the readings. That structure, it's not just alien, he said slowly. It's a weapon locked by an ancient race. I think humans might be the key to unlocking it. Elias frowned. Why us? Ravi looked up. Because the vault responded to our DNA. Zora stood near the map table. Now the Union knows where we are. They won't wait. Elias nodded. Then we fight. But this time, we choose the battlefield. A message was sent from Xeros 9 to every known human signal across the galaxy. The stars cast us out. But we are still here. We are not just survivors. We are the Iron Legion. Join us. Rise with us. Fight with us. And people listened. On distant moons, hidden outposts, ruined Earth colonies, humans began to rise. They picked up old weapons, wore the new flag, and whispered the same words. Humanity lives. Humanity fights. The stars above Xeros 9 looked peaceful, but in deep space, war had already begun. It didn't start with big armies or open battles. It started in silence. A missing cargo ship, a destroyed satellite, a listening post that stopped sending signals. The Galactic Union said it was malfunction or accident, but Captain Elias Ward knew better. They're testing us, he said quietly, watching, preparing. And he was right. A stealth drone launched from an enemy base entered the edge of the Xeros 9 system. It was invisible to most scanners. But not to Ravi. I upgraded our sensors, he said. It's there, watching us from behind the asteroid belt. Zora didn't hesitate. Send in the interceptors. 2 fast fighters from the Iron Legion flew out, hidden by the shadows of space. They found the drone and destroyed it before it could escape. But it was a message. The Union had eyes on them now. Back on Velkar Prime, the Council had grown quiet. No more debates. Now there were only plans. The Dravari general spoke first. They are growing too strong. The Zinth ambassador added, the humans have touched the vault. We cannot allow them to awaken what sleeps there. The Council voted. A silent, secret war was declared. The first target was a small human colony named New Avalon, just 2 systems away from Xeros 9. It had only basic defenses, families, farmers, children. Union ships entered orbit, silent and cold. They sent no warning. They opened fire. But the humans had been ready. Zora had sent iron walkers in advance, drones in the sky, hidden guns underground. The enemy ships were surprised. They were supposed to face farmers. Instead, they faced warriors. After 2 hours of brutal fighting, the Union ships retreated, damaged, broken. Humanity had defended its people again. But this time, something was different. The Union didn't run far. They left beacons in the sky, marked with red lights. Ravi studied them. These aren't weapons. They're trackers, he said. They're calling others. Captain Elias stood in front of his officers. This war won't be fought in one place. It will come in waves, slow, quiet, deadly. He looked at a galaxy map. Red dots were appearing in more places. They're surrounding us. Zara crossed her arms. Then we hit first. The Iron Legion launched its first official counterattack. Not defense. Not rescue. Strike. Their target, a hidden Union base inside a hollow moon, used for spying and fuel. Ravi hacked into its defense systems. If we take it out, we blind half their fleet near us. Elias led the mission himself. 5 stealth ships, 3 squads of elite soldiers, 2 iron walkers. They moved through shadows. No noise, no signal. Inside the base, alien guards were relaxed, thinking no one would dare come here. They were wrong. The Iron Legion attacked fast and hard. Explosions rocked the tunnels. Soldiers moved like ghosts through smoke. Iron walkers tore through walls. In just 30 minutes, the base was silent. Humans had taken it, and they didn't destroy it. They claimed it. Bravery reprogrammed the systems. Now we see what they see. Zara smiled. Now we strike where it hurts. With new intel, the Iron Legion launched a series of shadow missions, sabotaging enemy fuel lines, disabling war factories, hacking communication satellites, turning spies into allies. The Union couldn't stop them. They didn't know where the next strike would land. But every move had a price. On one mission, a young human teen was captured. The Union tortured them, trying to find 09's location. They refused to speak. The last message from them was a whisper. Humanity endures. They were never heard from again. Captain Elias held a moment of silence for them. No speeches, no music, just the weight of loss. But it made their purpose clear. This war wasn't just about survival now. It was about sending a message to the galaxy. You should never have cast us out. Then, news arrived that changed everything. Ravi stood in the control center, face pale. I've received a signal from inside the vault. Zara stepped closer. It's active. Ravi nodded, and it spoke one word in ancient human language. Elias asked, what did it say? Ravi whispered, awakening. Zara looked at Elias. If that thing wakes up fully, we don't know what it will do. Elias stared into space. Then we need to know what it is, before they get to it first. The war had begun in the shadows, but the light was coming, and what it revealed would change the galaxy forever. The vault on Eric 7 was no longer sleeping. Its black walls glowed with ancient energy. Strange lights danced across the sky, and from deep within, a heartbeat, slow, heavy, mechanical, echoed through the crater. Captain Elias Ward stood aboard the Shadow Blade, watching from orbit. The galaxy buried this place for a reason, he said quietly. Zara nodded. And now, we're the ones who've woken it up. Back on 09, Ravi worked nonstop. He decoded the vault's signal, an ancient language that matched no alien species, but it matched something older. Captain, Ravi said, eyes wide, this isn't alien. Elias turned to him. Then what is it? Ravi showed a symbol glowing inside the vault. It was the flag of Earth, an old design lost after Earth's fall. A blue circle with 7 stars. It's human, Ravi whispered, from before the Galactic Union even existed. The vault was a forgotten weapon, created by early humans long before Earth joined the stars. A defense system, or maybe something more. But it was unfinished. It needed a key, and only a living human could unlock it. The Galactic Union was already moving. Hundreds of ships formed a blockade near Eric 7. The Council had sent its strongest fleet, led by the Dravari general himself. This time, he growled, we end the humans. Inside the Union's command ship, they had one order. Reach the vault. Destroy it. Crush whatever power lies within. But humanity moved first. The Iron Legion launched Operation Dawnfire, their biggest mission yet. Every Iron Walker, every pilot, every ship. From New Avalon, from rescued colonies, from hidden bases, human forces united. It was no longer a rebellion. It was a return. The 2 fleets met near Eric 7. Zara stood in her walker. Ravi managed deep space systems. Elias gave the order. Show them what it means to fight humanity. The battle began. The sky turned into fire. Ships collided. Walkers landed on enemy cruisers. Explosions painted the stars. Human fighters moved with speed and fury. Union forces struggled to keep up. For every human ship destroyed, 2 more pushed forward. But then, the enemy broke through. Bravery elite ships reached HFY surface. They began to fire on the vault. Massive cannons, plasma beams, bombs. But the vault's walls held strong. Then, it responded. A giant door slowly opened, and a massive machine rose from inside. It was the Sentinel, a towering mech, made of silver and black, with symbols of old Earth carved into its chest. It had waited thousands of years. Now, it had awakened. The Union ships tried to escape. Too late. The Sentinel released a pulse, pure energy, that disabled every enemy ship within range. It didn't destroy them. It simply turned them off. One by one, the enemy fleet went dark. Bravery, Zinth, Ulari, all frozen. But human ships remained online. The Sentinel had chosen. Ravi gasped. It's connected to us. It knows who we are. Zora smiled. Then let's finish this. The Iron Legion surrounded the enemy. Captain Elias spoke to the Union through an open channel. You called us too violent, too emotional, too human. He paused. But you forgot. That's our strength. The Union surrendered. Ships powered down. Troops dropped weapons. The war was over. But the message was just beginning. 3 days later, a new meeting was held, not in the council halls of Velkar Prime, but aboard the Sentinel, in orbit above HFY. Alien leaders came in silence. They expected revenge. Instead, they found peace. Captain Elias stood before them, not as a soldier, but as a representative of a new era. You cast us aside, he said, but we rebuilt ourselves. You feared what we might become. Now you've seen it. He looked at the stars beyond the window. Humanity doesn't want to destroy the galaxy. We want to lead it. The Galactic Union was disbanded. In its place, a new alliance was formed, the Starborn Accord, led by humans, joined by those who believed in freedom and unity. The Sentinel became a symbol of that alliance, not a weapon of war, but a guardian of peace. Back on Xeros 9, life returned to normal. Children played near rebuilt homes. Engineers worked on farming towers. The stars no longer looked dangerous. Zura trained new pilots, not for war, but for exploration. Ravi taught young minds about ancient tech, and Captain Elias watched it all, knowing the cost they had paid. He whispered to himself, "We were cast out, forgotten, hunted. But we didn't just survive. We conquered."